ברוכים הבאים לפודקאסט של שפות-שלי, בית ספר לאנגלית ושפות נוספות. אני אריאל, I'm happy to be back. מקווה שיהיה לכם חופשת פסח נעימה. It's always never easy to get back to work after a long vacation, but I'm really happy to be back. טוב לראות גם את צוות המפיקים שלנו כאן, and production team. And I'm happy to be back for this podcast today with you guys. Now, היום יש נושא מאוד מעניין. You guys are probably listening to this podcast. אתם כנראה מקשיבים לפודקאסט הזה כדי לשפר את האנגלית שלכם. One of the biggest reasons for wanting to improve your English is to basically better your career chances. לתת לכם יתרון בעולם העסקי, כמובן בישראל זה יתרון משמעותי מאוד. We have these two people applying for the same position, and one speaks English better than the other one, then obviously they will prefer an English speaker to take that position. So today we're going to talk about something that relates to business, and we're going to talk about something called coasting in English. Before I get into it, אין מילה מדויקת לקוסטינג בעברית, אבל אני קצת אסביר על הנושא של הפודקאסט של היום. היום אנחנו נדבר על מה הורס את הקריירה של אנשים בדרך כלל. Okay, what ruins a person's career? In English, it's something called coasting. עכשיו, אין מילה מדויקת לזה, אני אנסה להסביר את זה, מה זה אומר coasting. Coast זה חוף באנגלית. Coasting זה כמו לשוט, או כמו לצוף. Okay, what does it mean? What does coasting mean in a job? So, I'm going to try to explain it, break it down in English. אני גם משתמש קצת בעברית, לאלה שמתקשים כמובן בלהבין. וננסה לתרגם מתי שאפשרי וכמה שיותר. So let's talk about what coasting is and what does it mean in your work. So coasting, לשוט או לצוף נקרא לזה בתפקיד. So once you've been in a job for a couple of years, you're likely to reach a position where you can do the job with ease. אתם כבר כמה שנים בתפקיד ואתם יכולים לעשות עבודה ממש בכיף. You know all the right people, all the tools and the technology, all the tricks. You've seen all the partners before. אתם כבר ראיתם את כל הבעיות שיש בעסק. And you can work without having to work. אתם בעצם עובדים, אבל בלי הצורך באמת לעבוד. And it's a big deal. It's a great deal. זה דבר גדול וזה כיף. עד שזה לא. Until it isn't. Eventually you'll get passed over for promotion in favor of someone with a better trajectory. אם נקרא לזה יותר אופק. You try to find another job, but you don't know the technologies they're looking for. When you do get an interview, they ask you about the situations you've never faced, things someone else always took care of in your previous company, and eventually you'll probably settle for a position with lower pay and a crappy company. And you'll sweat yourself. זה משהו שבטוח, אתם תבטיחו לעצמכם, I will never coast again. So let's go down into the breaking of what coasting means in this context. מה זה אומר לשוט, לצוף? זה קורה להרבה מאיתנו בתפקידי עבודה וגם בעלי עסקים. And obviously put that in your state of mind to combat it as much as possible. So coasting in this context refers to the act of putting in, let's say, minimal effort to complete the tasks assigned to us at work without striving to reach a full potential. Well, this may seem like an attractive option for those of us who want to minimize stress and workload. It can have severe consequences on a professional growth and the fulfillment we derive from our careers. אז בעצם רובנו חווינו את זה בקריירה שלנו, להיכנס לתפקיד, לעבוד באותו חברה אולי כמה שנים. אתה מרגיש שאתה מכיר את כל האנשים, זה נהיה קל, זה נהיה כיף. ואתה בעצם מוריד ממך את הסטרס, אתה מוריד ממך את הדאגות, אתה מרגיש בטוח בתפקיד, אתה מרגיש בטוח בעבודה. ואתה בעצם מוריד ממך הרבה מהאחריות, ואתה עובד בלי באמת לעבוד, בלי באמת להתאמץ יותר מדי. אתה פשוט מגיע כמו לשייט, אתה צף כל יום. Coasting work is in essence a betrayal of the skills and talents that we've been entrusted with. It is a disservice to the organization that we work for and to our colleagues who rely on us to contribute meaningfully to the success of the company and the business. Coasting not only undermines the potential, but also has a cascading effect on the morale and productivity of our colleagues, leading to a culture of mediocrity and low standards. זה לא רק משפיע עלינו, אם אנחנו נכנסים לתפקיד, במיוחד אם אנחנו תפקיד ניהולי, בסופו של דבר זה מחלחל הלאה, וישימו לב, אם אתה במצב, ואני מרגיש בתפקיד שאתה לא מאתגר את עצמך, אתה לא לומד, אתה לא משפר את הכלים שלך כל הזמן, אתה לא מרגיש מאותגר, בסופו של דבר זה מתחלחל, והעסק, הצוות לא מתקדם לשום מקום. To build the best possible career, we must start by recognizing the importance of hard work, diligence, and dedication. We must approach your work with a growth mindset. תמיד בצמיחה, להיות במיינדסט של אני הולך לצמוח. Seeking to learn and grow in the roles continuously. חובתנו כל הזמן לצמוח וללמוד בתפקיד כמה שיותר. This means setting ambitious goals for ourselves, taking on challenging projects, and seeking out new opportunities to learn and develop new skills. כל הזמן לפתח כישורים חדשים, ללמוד ולקדם את עצמך כמה שיותר בתוך התפקיד. If you guys are really listening to this podcast and looking to improve your English, לשפר את האנגלית שלכם, אתם כבר עובדים על עצמכם. But you got to keep working on yourself also within your career, within your job. And English obviously is another very, very powerful tool. We must also cultivate a sense of ownership and accountability, בעלות ואחריות, for our work. This means taking responsibility for mistakes, seeking feedback from our colleagues, and being proactive in identifying areas where we can improve it. It also means being reliable, showing up on time, and delivering high quality work consistently. עכשיו זה נשמע, it sounds like a lot, it is a lot, but you take it step by step. תתחילו כל יום צעדים קטנים. אנשים בדרך כלל חושבים שההצלחה, הם רק רואים את ההצלחה בסוף. They only see the success at the end. But to reach that point, you always got to take that 1% gain. Do something small every single day to push yourself forward, to see growth within yourself, to see growth within your role, to challenge yourself, and then you'll hit that massive success. כשאתה מגיע להצלחה הזאת, אנשים רק רואים את הסוף, הם רואים את 100%, אבל הם לא רואים את 1% שאתם השקעתם ביום-יום, the 1%. וזה למה אנשים בדרך כלל, they look at someone successful and they're jealous of his success, but they don't realize the effort, the consistency, the reliability, and the long-term vision this person had to reach his goal, and put in that 1% effort daily to reach that success rate. To avoid coasting, כדי למנע ממצב של coasting, we must also seek out opportunities to stretch ourselves and step aside the comfort zones. תצאו מאזור הנוחות שלכם. כולנו אוהבים נוחות. We are creatures of comfort, but we can never do something amazing. We can never do something great if we don't step out of our comfort zone. This is crucial for your career. This is crucial for your personal life. And this is crucial for your success as an overall human being. This means that taking on projects that may be outside our immediate area of expertise, seeking out new responsibilities, and pursuing professional development opportunities like training, workshops, and conferences. Another critical aspect of building a successful career is building strong relationships with our colleagues and managers. This means being an effective communicator, אתם צריכים לדעת לתקשר ממש טוב, actively listening to others, being respectful and collaborative in interactions, and it also means being supportive of our colleagues and celebrating the successes we would our own. This is not easy. Obviously, when you look yourself in the mirror, these are decisions that you need to make on an active and proactive basis on a daily work. It requires daily individual work. We must approach our work with a growth mindset, take ownership and responsibility, and also cultivate very solid relationships throughout our company and throughout our colleagues. And by doing so, we can achieve a full potential and contribute meaningfully to the success of organization while finding fulfillment and satisfaction in our careers. בסופו של דבר תחשבו שאתם עושים את זה למען החברה. אתם עושים את זה למען עצמכם. אתם עושים את זה בעיקר למען עצמכם. When you go out there and you keep growing, you keep developing your skills, you're improving yourself, automatically your company will grow, automatically your organization will grow, automatically your team will respect you more, automatically your managers will appreciate you more. That will be able to drive your career in a massive upward spiral. So always keep learning, keep pushing yourself. תמשיכו להשקיע בעצמכם כל הזמן בכל מיני סוגים של מיומנות. כמובן, אנגלית זה מאוד מאוד חשוב. So you guys are really listening to this podcast. This is also an important part of a successful career, and also a way to communicate better with colleagues, with clients, with your managers, whoever you may come in contact with, also in your personal and let's say in your personal circle, in your private circle. What I want to talk about as well today is something that comes across in the workspace a lot. מה שאתם נתקלים בו הרבה בעבודה, וזה שפת גוף. שפת גוף, על איך אתם מציגים את עצמכם, or how you are viewed in the business world. Let's talk about some body language hacks. A hack זה כמו טריק. Body language hack to show confidence. אני בטוח if you guys go through any one of these points what I'm going to mention now. If you find something that relates to you, so make sure that you fix it. Okay. So number one is make eye contact. When you're speaking, בין אם זה ברעיון עבודה, בין אם אתם מציגים משהו, בין אם אתם שיחה עם לקוח, always make eye contact. People who don't make eye contact look timid, they look shady, they look uncomfortable. הם נראים באזור לא נוח, הם נראים suspicious, and don't be that person. Avoid staring people down, but be comfortable holding eye contact while talking. תמיד להחזיק קשר עין. 2. Quick fidgeting. Fidgeting is a subconscious cope to make yourself feel better during an uncomfortable time. Biting nails, jittering legs, אל תזוזו יותר מדי. זאת אומרת, לא לאכול ציפורניים, לא להזיז את הרגליים יותר מדי. קוראים לזה באנגלית fidgeting. אוקיי, כשאתה זז ואין באותו רגע צורך לזוז, זה מעביר חוסר ביטחון בשפת גוף. דבר שלישי זה לחייך. זה כמובן גם in a personal relationship. You want to smile always gives off a warm feeling. As humans, we hardwired to return smiles. ברגע שאתם תחייכו, אז אוטומטית יחזירו לכם חיוך. כי בני אדם, אנחנו כבר מקונפגים, נקרא לזה hardwired. At default, we return smiles. Don't smile like a creepy serial killer, obviously, but when you enter the room, have a happy and relaxed demeanor. This will put others at ease and increase your likability. אם אתם רגועים, שמחים, מחייכים, אנשים אחרים מרגישו הרבה יותר בנוח בסביבה שלכם, וכנראה they're going to like you a lot more. This is an obvious one. The next one, stand up straight, לעמוד ישר. מי שלא עומד זקוף, בדרך כלל ישר מפגין חוסר ביטחון. This is pretty simple. I mean, if you're hunched over, your shoulders are sagging and your head's lowered, that obviously screams lack of confidence, and it will seem like you are not trustworthy. יפתור בכם בשום דבר. Next point is dress nicely, תלבש יפה. So this may come across as a cliche, זה קצת cliche, but when you dress nicely, you will most likely feel more confident. It's part of, it works in the brain as well. The better you look, the better you perceive yourself. It's going to give you more confidence. Therefore, you can approach any sort of interview, presentation at your work, or any sales pitch in a much more professional manner. And the next point is empower yourself with knowledge. תן לכם כמה שיותר ידע, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is one of the best strategies for building self-confidence. The more you know, the better you will be able to feel, and you'll feel more confident. זה למה הרבה אנשים אומרים, אבל אין לי ביטחון לדבר אנגלית. That's because you don't have enough knowledge, or you haven't done the right course to learn spoken English. You haven't properly invested in yourself. לא השקעתם בעצמכם בצורה מסודרת. תמיד זה ספק אתכם תמיד כל מיני כלים פסיביים, כמו סרטונים ברשת, כל מיני אפליקציות למיניהם. You didn't go through any sort of professional learning process. Give yourself the confidence to have professional people behind you to give you the confidence to speak, the confidence, because you need the knowledge. The knowledge, it goes hand in hand with the confidence. כשיש לכם את הידע בדיוק על מיומנות מסוימת, במיוחד כמו בשפה האנגלית, אתם מבינים את השפה על בוריה. The moment you have the knowledge, automatically you will have immense confidence to speak. You will have confidence in yourself, and you'll be able to build yourself from there a lot quicker. Next point is fix your voice. How you say something matters 10 times more than what you say. אני מאמין שאני לא מחדש לכם משהו, אבל איך שאתם אומרים משהו, הצורה שאתם אומרים משהו, זה פי 10 יותר חשוב ממה שאתם אומרים בפועל. וכשאתם מדברים, when speaking, don't mumble, don't speak fast, and don't be afraid to pause. אל תפחדו לקחת, לעצור שנייה, לנשום. Don't talk from your nose. Don't say like or too much. I know I'm guilty of that sometimes, and you אומר יותר מדי גם בפודקאסט הזה לפעמים. So that's something for me to work on. You'll sound much more confident. And obviously, if you can implement and work on your speech, it's a lot more important than what you're saying. אוקיי, אז אני מסתכל פה על המפיק שלנו, יש לנו עוד כמה דקות ספורות. אני רוצה לסכם את הפודקאסט הזה עם העניין של מה גורם לנו גם to be unhappy. Okay, we focused about career today. דיברנו קצת על מה הורס לכם את הקריירה. Coasting, definitely quit the coasting. Don't coast. Begin to work on yourself. Secondly, we spoke a little bit about confidence, body language, ומה נותן לכם ביטחון. But something else which is equally important is what causes unhappiness in our lives. So I'm going to go through some points, כמה נקודות, of one of the biggest causes of unhappiness. ואתם כבר יודעים את זה for sure, if you think about it carefully. overthinking is the biggest cause of unhappiness. אם אתם חושבים יותר מדי, if you overthink something in particular, it can be a major cause of unhappiness. And I'm going to give you some tips to beat that, כי כמובן אחרי חופשה גדולה ואתם חוזרים to your private life, to your professional life, you may be feeling a little bit unhappy, you may be overthinking things too much in a single area. So I'm going to give you some tools here to beat overthinking. Let's start off with the first point. The problem is really the problem. הבעיה שיש לכם שאתם חושבים עליה היא במקרים נדירים, it's the actual problem. 99% of the harm is caused in your head by you and your thoughts. 1% of the harm is caused by reality. What actually happens and the outcome, most of the time, the problem isn't the problem. The way you think about the problem, זה הבעיה בעצמה. Number 2, avoid self-rejection. Don't think you deserve that opportunity? Apply for it anyways. If you don't think your article is good enough, publish it anyways. If you don't think they'll reply to your email, send it anyways. Never overthink yourself into self-rejection. Number 3, silence and time. The truth is, the most problems aren't solved and more thinking, they're solved with less. האמת היא שרוב הבעיות שאנחנו פותרים בחיים שלנו, we don't solve them אם לחשוב עליהם too much. We actually solve them with thinking less. You'll find most of the answers you're looking for in silence, in time band, with a clear mind. If you can't solve a problem, stop trying to. Now, next point to stop overthinking, an important question. When you start criticizing yourself for past mistakes or seeing disaster around every corner, ask yourself, is there anything I can do right now to change the past and to positively influence the future? If the answer is yes, do it, take action. If the answer is no, be in peace. You have to take action or let it go. Everything else is self-harm. נקודה הבאה, the power of now, הכוח של עכשיו. You're not going to overthink your way to a better future. You're not going to overthink your way to a better past. All you have is now. What you do with it now can make the right of your past and give you a very good future. Make peace with yesterday, let go of tomorrow, and grab hold of now. עוד נקודה here to beat overthinking, fast check your own thoughts. תבדקו את המחשבות שלכם. Your thoughts will create scenarios in your mind that reflect your insecurities, fears, and worries. So it's important to always fact check your own thoughts before accepting them. Because in a highly emotional situations, your thoughts will tell you stories that aren't true. במיוחד במצבים של טעון רגשית, המוח שלך, המחשבות שלך יספרו לך סיפורים שלא בטוח שהם נכונים. So always fast check what you're thinking when you are in the process of overthinking. That's one of the main ways to beat overthinking. The last one is acceptance is peace. No amount of anxiety will change your future. No amount of regret will change your past. And שום כמות של חרדה שישנה את העתיד שלך. And there's no amount of regret that will change your past שישנה את העבר שלכם. Peace is found in acceptance. Acceptance זה פשוט לקבל את זה, להשלים עם זה. Accept imperfection. Accept uncertainty. Accept the uncontrollable. And I'm really happy to be back again broadcasting for you guys. And always keep learning. אני מקווה שנהניתם מהפודקאסט הזה היום. ואני אגיד לכם מה אני מנסה להגיד לעצמי כל בוקר. And just to give you guys, send you guys off on a positive note, back to work after the holidays. Keep learning English. We'll be posting a lot of interesting content that relates to every job of every aspect, let's say, of your lives, including learning English and learning English tips with some of our guest teachers. So I'm going to give you 5 things to say to yourself in the morning. Number 1, I'm the best. אני הכי טוב שיש. מספר 2, I can do this work. אני יכול לעשות את העבודה הזו. 3, God is always with me. השם תמיד איתי. Number 4, I'm a winner. ניגעתי, אני מנצח. ואחרון, today is my day. So I hope you guys have a great day today. Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can always contact שפות-שלי, בית ספר שלנו, דרך האתר שלנו, שפות-שלי.co.il, או דרך וואטסאפ במספר 053-550-1976, או לרשום לנו אימייל info@שפות-שלי.co.il. We're always happy to hear thoughts. אם אתם רוצים שתדבר נושא מסוים, במיוחד בלימוד אנגלית, קריירה, חיים in general, we try to mix it up with our content. I hope you guys keep improving, keep learning every day, never coast it. Life is not about coasting. Life is about challenge and pushing yourself forward. Thank you for listening and have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.